After I felt at home on stage, I began to talk to the audience, dance, and do several imitations. I even imitated Mother's cracked voice during an Irish march. The audience's reaction surprised me. There was laughter and cheers, followed by more money thrown onto the stage. When Mother came on stage to carry me off, her presence was met with enthusiastic applause. It was my first appearance on stage, and Mother's last. Charlie Chaplin was a successful comedian who acted in many silent movies. The following story is an important event that happened to him and his mother in his childhood. I was born in London on April 16, 1889, at 8 o'clock at night. According to Mother, my world was a happy one. We had moderate means to support ourselves and rented a 3-room apartment. One of my early memories was that each night before Mother went to work at the theater, she would lovingly tuck my brother and me in. My lovely mother was a singer. Unfortunately, in her late 20s, she suffered from laryngitis, but she kept working in order to raise our family. In the middle of Mother's performances, her voice would crack or suddenly fade into a whisper. Then the audience would start laughing and booing. As the condition of her voice gradually worsened, she could no longer rely on her singing. It was because of her voice that I made my first appearance on stage at the age of 5. If this had not been the case, I wouldn't have begun my performing career at such an early age. One night, Mother took me to the theater where she worked. It was a dirty, shabby place. The audience was mostly noisy and rough soldiers who needed no excuse to ridicule anyone performing on stage. There is no denying that to most performers, that theater was a place of terror. I remember standing backstage when Mother's voice cracked and faded into a whisper. The audience began to laugh and make fun of her. I did not quite understand what was going on then. Not until Mother left the stage did the noise stop. When she came backstage, she was very upset. The stage manager, who had seen me perform for family friends, suggested that I take Mother's place to perform. He then led me by the hand to the stage. After a few words of explanation to the audience, the manager left the stage. Then, accompanied by the orchestra, I started to sing. Halfway through the performance, I looked up and saw a shower of money pouring onto the stage. Immediately, I stopped singing and announced that I would pick up the money first and sing afterward. The audience laughed. The stage manager came on stage with a handkerchief and helped me gather the money. Thinking that he was going to keep my money, I conveyed the thought to the audience. This made them roar with laughter, especially when the manager walked off the stage with the money, with me anxiously following behind him. He did hand all the money to Mother, though. It was not until that moment that I returned to the stage and continued to sing.